Shalom, Israel, Shalom. This is the brother Kataziar Hawad back at it with another lesson, man. And I didn't get to do a lesson on my lunch break today at the plantation, man. And before I clock out, before I get up out of here, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try to get this in on my last break, Lord will. All right, I came across this video earlier, and it brought a couple scriptures to mind, you know. So first I'm gonna let the video play, and then we're gonna jump right into it. But first and foremost, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahakudash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers out there who are laboring in this truth and faith and sincerity. Shalom to the families out there who are watching, waiting, praying on Yahweh Shai's second return. Shalom to the house of David, the hopeful elect. All right. So I'm going to let the video play. And bear in mind that, comments are saying that this is staged, which, I'm pretty sure it is too, but, that's not going to take away from what's to be learned right here.
This Karen ruined her life by threatening a black man to call the cops on him.
Dumbass. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Here's my license plate. Here it is. My daddy's a popo. What you gonna do? My daddy's a popo.
She was mad because he switched lane, and when confronted, she freaked out in the parking lot.
Keep recording me. I'm pretty. I'm pretty. Keep recording me. I'm pretty. What are you gonna do? I'm pretty. Get on. Do it tonight. I already got your license plate. My daddy's gonna come get you.
The man posted this video on YouTube and also exposed her DM, where she asked to take the video down. The people came to know about her business and left 1-star reviews and made it shut down. The man refused to remove the video because she lied to the cops, saying he was threatening her with a weapon. This Karen ruined her.
Okay, so there you have it. So regardless if it's staged or not, it's not going to take away from the point that, a lot of these women, man, are very proud and prideful, especially in these last days. All right, they think that they, master's degrees and, they good careers, or they self-employed and make a lot of money, whatever the case it is, man. They think, that puts them above motherfuckers. All right, especially men. They really think they're above men. Like, oh, we earning more than y'all, so we in charge now, or whatever the case it may be. And that's not the way it is. That's not the way it's supposed to be. All right. Pride cometh before destruction. Okay. And so a lot of these women, man, they about to get a real wake-up call when that comfortability that they have is stripped from up under them. All right. When they get fucking rug pulled and they ain't got that comfortability no more, man. All that boss babe talk, all that, feminism BS, it's going out the window, man. It's going straight out the window. You dig what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be none of that in these perilous times to come. These women are gonna revert back to factory settings. they gonna revert back to factory settings, man. All right. So I want to get a couple scriptures right quick, man. All right, Hebrews 13 and 14, for we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Right, so you got to understand these people, namely these women, also, men as well, but namely these women who are becoming boss babes and what have you, man, they want America to get better. They want Babylon to get better, so they can enjoy a more relaxing captivity, if you will, as far as Jake women go, right? But the heathen nation women, it don't matter. You understand what I'm saying? Because they not necessarily in captivity like we are. We in captivity. All right? As Israelites, we in captivity. They not. So the Israelite women, all right, they want this captivity to be more comfortable. You got men, the 2/3 men that are like that as well, but there are more women than there are men anyway. All right? So, they seeking a continuing city here. All right. They're not looking forward to the destruction of this place like we are. We looking forward to all hell breaking loose and for destruction to come, man. We pray that we of the hopeful elect and that the Lord Yahweh Shai has us covered, even if we got to go 3, 5, 7 days, whatever it is, without food and water, we know that the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to make a way. All right. So I want to get a couple scriptures right quick, man. All right. Hebrews 13 and 14, for we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Right, so you got to understand these people, namely these women who are becoming boss babes and what have you, man, they want America to get better. They want Babylon to get better. You dig what I'm saying? They want All right. These people not dependent on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They dependent on Esau, Edom, his kingdom, his nation, his currency. All right. That's what these people are dependent on. Okay. Let me get this. 2nd Esdras 16:31. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. Right. So, and then the sword in modern times is gonna be guns. All right, and amongst machetes and whatever else. All right, if you got the spirit to receive it and understand it, and folks' houses is gonna be getting searched. All right, we talking about real dough kicked in, windows broken, you know, people ransacking houses. All right, you know, robbing, graping, killing, deleting, if you will, you know. A lot of that is about to take place, man. Once Ish hit the fan, man. Once Ish hit the fan, you know what I'm saying, and all hell break loose and this lawlessness in the society collapse, man. All right. And there's no police to call, no EMTs for emergencies, no doctors, no ERs, no emergency rooms. Right? There ain't no stores to get no medicines for the headaches and the stomach aches and the this or that, whatever the case may be, right? It ain't gonna be none of that, man. It's about to, like I say in so many of my videos, man, it's about to get real primitive around this bitch. All right? Let's read on. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. Right? People ain't gonna be traveling. You know? A lot of folks is gonna be hiding, if you will, you know, trying to barricade themselves inside a place and not get got, you know. But one way or another, if the Lord created a spirit of vengeance to come get you, all right, then that's what that is. Verse 33. Here's the point: the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The virgins being the young women of marriageable age. All right. Having no bridegrooms, the women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Right. So in the wars, right, yeah, it's talking about World War III, but it's also talking about the civil wars that's coming, the race wars that's coming, class wars. Okay, it's wars are coming. It's imminent. All right. And a lot of men are gonna die. Okay, a lot of men are gonna die, and there's gonna be a lot of women left out here, man, defenseless. Okay, a lot of women out here left defenseless. So, you know, these women need to get off that high horse of that boss babe shit, man, because you know, in those perilous times to come, you know, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when you ain't got no man by your side? You want it to be a boss babe, but you know, I'm independent. I could do it all by myself. I don't need no nigga. I don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of time you was on. So what you gonna do when it's bands of 2/3 wicked ass niggas walking around, you know, ransacking houses? You know what I'm saying? And you a single mama, and you might have, you know, an 11-year-old daughter, a 5-year-old daughter, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna get on that with y'all. They're gonna get on that. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, you ladies better listen up, man. Better take heed. You know, get you a man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Stop worrying about all that, you know, that 50-50 BS and, you know, those type of arguments, or, you know, thinking that he got to be 6 foot plus, or he got to make $1 million a year, whatever the case may be, man. Y'all better get off that. Y'all better get off that, man. Because guess what? A lot of the cats is 2/3 out here who you looking for. All right? Who you looking for, or who you may be attracted to, is these, you know, wicked ass 2/3, man, who gonna perish. They not only gonna perish, man. Scriptures say their hearts gonna fail them for fear, you know, of the things coming on the earth, man. All right? These niggas is gonna have heart attacks and shit on themselves when they start seeing, you know, when Esau's abominable beasts start crawling out from the labs and shit like that, man. All right. As a matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Let me grab that real fast. Bear with me. Luke 21:26, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. You see? So when all hell break loose, you know, when all this shit happen, you know, a lot of men are gonna be so scared that they having heart attacks from what they seeing mass death in front of them, right? Seeing people actually die in front of them and not on no video game like they used to seeing, you know, seeing somebody get their head chopped off. You know what I'm saying? Seeing somebody get a limb chopped off. You know, seeing somebody with 20 bullet holes in their body. You know, all type of things. Seeing a woman getting gang raped in the middle of the street. She's screaming for help and nobody coming to help her. You know. Let me get this and I'm gonna close out, man, because I gotta get up out of here. Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right, so that prophecy is gonna be, you know, the women that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua wants to preserve for the kingdom, those women are gonna get paired up with men of the Lord, with men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, not these Christians or Catholics, Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, you know, or none of them denominations, but no, men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai who follow this doctrine that's taught by Great Millstone, which is the 100% truth. All right, you know. So if you subscribe to this truth as a woman, then you already know, you know, you got to find you a man of the Lord, or you know, wait patiently on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and he's going, if you of the hopeful elect, he's going to pair you up with a man of the Lord that he has covered, because that man is going to be your covering. You see? So yeah, man, this was just a quick hit about, you know, these women need to let that prideful shit go, man. You know, it's a couple more scriptures I could get, but I need to wrap it up and get up out of here, man. All right. You know, so for you sincere sisters, don't be like these women. All right, don't be like these women, being prideful and everything like that. You know, make sure you stay humble, shamefaced. All right, you know, and pray to the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua that you are of the hopeful elect, and that He gives you a man to be your covering. All right, because when this society collapse, and those so-called boss babes don't have their careers or self-employment to keep them going, or they Section 8, or they fucking, you know, EBT, food stamps, all that shit, child support, alimony, when they ain't got that all that coming in, you know, they fucked at the end of the day. All right. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise and God, honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Shalom. Till the next video.